This is something that a lot of you are not going to want to hear because there's some of you who are setting goals, and those goals are based on the hurt and the harm that you have experienced. And it's based on escaping that hurt and that harm. That's a good thing to get you started. But one of the things that has really been coming up lately in conversation is healing. And there are a lot of women who are setting goals that are actually revenge. And I want to tell you why that is not sustainable and it's not healthy. And I've said this before, and I need to say it again. When you set a goal that is based on getting back at someone or proving someone wrong or showing someone that you're better than them or showing someone that you're just better, period, you rely on their acceptance, you rely on their acknowledgement, right? You are putting the focus of your goal outside of yourself. And that is a dangerous thing, because what happens when that person doesn't acknowledge you? What happens when that person doesn't applaud you, right? What happens when that person couldn't care less about the goal that you have accomplished, and you're going to be bending over backwards trying to make them see that you're better, and you can't do that. You can't do that for two reasons. It's not healthy for you, right? It's not healthy for you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to place the focus of your goal on the outside of yourself, on a person or a group of people that you have no control over. You cannot make someone applaud you. You cannot make someone accept you. You cannot make someone acknowledge you. But you can applaud and accept and acknowledge yourself. So your goal has to be self-motivated, and it also has to be self-congratulated. And this is not all about you, right? This is not all about you. This is so that you approach life from a healed and a whole place. This is so that when you encounter others and you are working with other people, working for other people, when you are in partnership with others, you don't bring the poison of your pain into that partnership, right? This is about healing. And qualifying your goals, quantifying your goals, writing the vision and making it plain, all of that is good. But check the motive, check your heart, check your why. Because when your why is pure and when your why is healed, the goal can be sustained, and the goal can be sustained in a healthy way. Because sometimes what happens is we look at the goal, and the goal in itself is good. Losing the weight is good. Getting on a budget, it's good. Buying that home, it's good. Going back to school, it's good. Getting a new job, it's good. You start dating again, it's good. All those things are good. But why? Are you asking yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I want this? What is the source of this vision? And that is so important. When you get to the source of your vision and you can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that the source of your vision is coming from a pure place, then you can move on. You can move on and you can start walking towards that goal. But if you've already started walking towards a goal, if you've already started working on something, it's important that you stop and ask yourself, why am I doing this? And even if you started with pure motives, but somewhere along the way, things got a little muddled and you're moving along because you're moving along, but you're not sure why. and you're not feeling that sense of fulfillment, and it feels empty, it just feels like something else that you're doing, ask yourself, why am I doing this? And get back in alignment with a reason and a why that is pure and that is good and that nourishes you. It nourishes your soul. Because when you get to show up now in the areas where you have to show up along the way to your goal, it may be related to your goal or it may not. It may have nothing to do with what you're working on, because life is going to keep lifing while you're working on that goal. Life is going to keep lifing, right? When you show up in those areas, when you show up at work, you show up in your relationships, you show up in all these different areas, it's going to reflect the reason. So if you're finding yourself in conflict with yourself, in conflict with other people, stop and examine not only the goals that you're working on, but stop and examine why. Why am I working so hard to get this degree? Why am I working so hard for a promotion? Why am I working so hard in this relationship? Why am I working so hard to look a certain way, to present myself a certain way? Why am I working so hard to always post on social media? Why do I always need to be seen? Right? Ask yourself these things. Why am I working so hard to impress other people? Ask yourself these things. Is it because you're ambitious, or is it because you're insecure? Because sometimes, for many women, insecurity is cloaked in ambition. And the ambition is only there because you don't feel like you're enough as you are. So therefore, you have to stack the degrees and the image and all these other things on top of yourself, because you don't really know who you are. That's not all of you, but it's some of you. And it is very important that periodically we stop and we ask ourselves, why am I doing this? So you might have created the vision board, you might have created the goals, you might have created a strategy, you might already be on your way to achieving what you want to achieve, but always stop and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because not only does the vision need to be clear, but the vision needs to be pure. And there is an authority that comes with that purity, right? There is an authenticity that comes with that purity. And that is a fuel that is going to drive you further than anything that's based in resentment and unforgiveness and getting back at people. You don't want to set revenge goals, right? You want to set goals that are going to renew your soul and your mind and your life. And you want to set goals that are actually going to be beneficial to the people that you encounter. I hope this helps. Blessings on your journey. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.